So listen, NFT marketplaces, there's one place you go, OpenSea. It was like the Binance for NFTs, but NFT marketplaces are evolving. There's a new kid on the block, LooksRare, and they are delivering innovations that are forcing OpenSea, I suspect, to up their game. With the release of Seaport, we're seeing some glimpses of where OpenSea is going, but LooksRare on their side are also upping the game. And what do we make of X2Y2? Well, all those developments coming up after this. DeFi Saver is an all-in-one dashboard for creating, managing, and tracking your DeFi positions with automatic liquidation protection and leverage management options. The famous DeFi application is now live on leading Layer 2 networks, Optimism and Arbitrum, with its signature boost and repay features enabling one transaction asset leveraging. The long-awaited launch on L2s brings drastically lower transaction fees to users looking to long or short DeFi assets and manage their assets using Aava. The DeFi Saver team is working on expanding protocol support on the newly supported networks with Layer 2 native ones and traditional ones like Maker and Compound. Unique DeFi Saver features like Recipe Creator, Automation, and Smart Savings Dashboard will be rolled out to Layer 2s in the coming period as well. Explore the powerful DeFi management toolkit now live on Layer 2s. When you shop for plane tickets, you probably use Kayak, Expedia, or Google Flights. So why would you limit yourself to just one exchange when you trade crypto? To make sure you're getting the best possible price, you should use a DEX aggregator like Matcha. Matcha routes your orders across all the various DeFi exchanges on Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, BSC, Phantom, CeLo, and Optimism to provide the best possible prices without taking any commissions. Matcha has integrated fiat on-ramps so you can buy directly with your credit or debit card and uses smart order routing that splits your order across multiple liquidity sources. With Matcha, you can make limit orders on-chain so you can set and forget your DeFi trades, and now Matcha even offers gasless trading. Head over to matcha.xyz/Defiant and connect your wallet to start smarter with Matcha.
So I'm going to be honest, I haven't really done a huge amount on X2Y2. I have inadvertently bought things on there using Gem, the NFT aggregator, but I haven't really paid a huge amount of attention to it because, to be honest with you, LooksRare and OpenSea are enough. But they have their own token and you can earn rewards for trading there if you want to, and they have this reputation of being the most decentralized NFT marketplace owned by their community. But as is the way, the Yuga Labs Rider Rip story is sucking the gravity again out of the space, sucking the oxygen out of the room, sucking the air out of the room, pulling everyone into its gravity, something like that. I'm mixing all the metaphors today, but hey, the story is this tweet here: things escalating rather rapidly in the Yuga RR Bake feud as server providers are now threatening to take the X2Y2 site down. So basically what's happened here is the people that provide the infrastructure for these websites are getting spammed with takedown notices, and X2Y2 have no choice really but to comply, at least until the point where they can have a counter from Rider Rips to the DMCA. Some really interesting kind of power plays going on here, and of course the legal situation itself, big story there. But let's move on to OpenSea and the launch of Seaport, which kind of caught me by surprise. But Seaport is a brand new kind of base layer for OpenSea, and it's their new Web3 marketplace protocol. There was Wyvern before, now it's Seaport, and this will allow them to do a bunch of clever and significant things. And it's good to see where all that money they've raised and their money they're making is going to make the experience of trading on OpenSea better, because sometimes it can be a little frustrating. Let's be honest. So will this make OpenSea less broken sea and more, I want to go sailing? Well, you can save an estimated 35% in gas fees for transactions using Seaport. I'm sure people who trade a lot will enjoy that. It can get a little pricey. You can make collection offers by attribute. That's kind of interesting. We'll dig into that in a second. But really, coming soon is where it gets interesting. We'll be able to quickly launch new features like bulk listings that will give you the ability to purchase many NFTs in a single transaction. OpenSea acquired Gem.xyz, and Gem is a gem to use if you are a degenerate like me. And what I was loving here was that creators will also be able to define their fees on-chain on a per-item basis with multiple payout addresses. What this means is you will be able to define per asset within a collection who should be paid, how much they should be paid, and how often they should be paid. Now, you might not think this is significant, but let's imagine you have a group of artists creating a collection, and not all of them worked on every asset, but you want to reflect the time they put into the smart contract itself. This can be done in a per asset basis, but within the same collection. And this means that collaborators will have a much clearer way of divvying up the royalties as they come in without anyone having to be in the middle of it. And as long as they set it up properly and the agreements are in place up front, then there shouldn't be a problem. Reneging on that and redefining those agreements, well, that's going to be a problem. So you need to make sure you get it right from the get-go. But yeah, this is quite a big deal. And you can see how this would allow all sorts of functionality to open up for all sorts of different creative endeavors that truly reflects the weighting of people's time and effort in a project. But, still, it's up to the projects themselves to really make the best use of that. So let's go to the World of Women collection here and make a collection offer, which we can do here. We get some options that pop up. So now we could say all attributes. So I would like to make an offer of, for instance, let's lowball them. Let's say 3.9 WETH on the entire collection. That's great. That would just basically blanket offer every item in that collection the same offer. And as you know, on OpenSea, you can make as many offers as you want using the same WETH. You don't have to have WETH enough to follow through on every single offer that you put out there. But this is a way to do it on all attributes. Let's say I really like a particular trait, like I want to have a specific background or specific hair or specific eyes. Then I can type in, for instance, blue eye roll or blue straight, and it will give me the percentage rarity of that trait and then the floor offer for it. It's a little janky, this. I want to be able to pull this down, but I can't. I'm sure they'll improve that. So I can then have those blue eyes. Let's say blue straight to the left, 4%. And now it'll only put offers on those assets. So you can be very targeted in the way you do that. So that's the collection offer and the collection trait offer on OpenSea. Now let's look at LooksRare. One of the things that popped up on LooksRare was conditional listing. This is another cool innovation. I mean, I say innovation, it's a simple thing, but it makes kind of sense. So conditional listing is when you can put two items up for sale at the same time. You want one of them to sell, but it doesn't matter which one. So you could have two goblins, as they say in their example. It doesn't matter which one sells because they're floors and you don't really care. As long as one of them sells, then it's good. Once that one does sell, it will cancel the other one. So let's go to LooksRare and just do this ourselves. So that's conditional listing. And so let's go into LooksRare and actually have a look at this in action. So here are a bunch of Akutars. If I click sell, I can do that and it'll pop up here and it'll give me my Akutar here, but I can add another one. So I can scroll down, decide that I want to sell this one as well. And then it will allow me to sell both of these as a conditional listing. So I can sell both at the same time, and that will make them individual sales items, or I can do a conditional listing, and that's what this looks like. So I can set the price for all. Let's say I want to sell them for 0.85. I can set the validity, and I understand that this is how this will work. So if I sell one of these items on a different marketplace, for instance, then the listing will still be active here. But if they sell here, one of them sells and the other one is then cancelled. So I get to hold on to at least one of them. So what else do we need to know about this? Well, if someone tries to sweep, the same thing, the same logic would apply. So once one of them is sold, whoever was sweeping wouldn't be able to get the other one because it would be cancelled instantaneously. What else do we know about them? You can adjust the prices as well after the fact. They'll adjust both at the same time. And if you cancel the listing, it will cancel both at the same time. And that cancellation is important because cancellations incur a fee. If you cancel a conditional listing, it cancels both at the same time for a single fee, whereas if you had to cancel both of those listings at the same time, you would be charged a fee for each cancellation. And that is why conditional listing is interesting. At the moment, you can only conditional list 2 items, but they don't have to be in the same collection. No, not at all. They can be any NFTs you want. Makes sense to do them from the same collection. But in the future, they're imagining they will be able to put conditional listings on up to 20 assets. So you could get pretty aggressive if you're a heavy hitter with how you set up your sales strategies and your conditional listings for the collections you have. Could be interesting. Everything getting a lot more aggressive out there, but it's good to see these tools pop up, and we will continue to keep an eye on them as they do so. I just get the feeling that OpenSea has really got the bit between its teeth and is about to really reassert its position as the number one NFT marketplace. I'm sure people from Wax would tell me that that is not indeed the case, that Wax is in fact the biggest NFT marketplace. But hey, this is what we've got in front of us today. I hope that was useful for you. Just some little tips and tricks across the different marketplaces. These things, they creep up on you, but actually they make life a little bit easier. And I'm really curious to see what it looks like when that gem functionality is built natively into OpenSea. Could be really interesting. That's it for today. Any tips or tricks you'd like me to cover on the channel, things you'd like to know, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. So many of you are not. I will hunt you down. I will find you. And I will shake your hand. And that's probably the extent of it. Have a good day. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.